Hello and welcome to Coaching Tank Talk. I am Life Coach Shaun, the man from Pasig City from Life Coach Philippines, and this is Coaching for Inspired Fidelity. And this coaching conversation are for men out there, for all of the men, for all of the dads, for all of the father, for all of those people, those men who wants to walk an inspired fidelity. And my mission is to be able to empower you to be mentally fit so that you can continuously stay inspired to live a more meaningful and fulfilling life. Maybe you're someone who have achieved a handful of success in the workplace, a handful of success in your relationship, but you're still trying. You're looking, you're searching for what a meaningful life looks like and what that fulfillment is all about. And if you're still looking for that, it is something that you want to start feeling. Let's have a conversation. Let's have let's have an opportunity to have a strategy session and take a look at where you're at right now and how I can support you in your journey. Thank you for joining me live today. Please leave your digital footprint by letting us know where you are presently located, where you're coming from as of today. Tag your friends, circulate this video, and help more. Let's help more people in the digital space. Let's help more people to those who are in need of what I will be sharing to you in this session. You may also give some shout out in there to greet more people, reach out to them, give them some inspiring message, share to them some inspiring message so that we can help them, you know, find give them some energy this week. Yeah. If you're watching this on a replay, please do comment hashtag replay. I am streaming via FB page of Life Coach Philippines and YouTube channel Coach AI-Connect. If you are new to the platform, please like, follow, and subscribe to the channel. All right. So if this is the first time you're joining me, if this is the first time you're meeting me, if this is the first time you are seeing my face, I am a professional certified co-actively co-create life coach, and I'm also a certified mental health coach. As I've said, I'm from Life Coach Philippines. And in my professional life, I'm a call center executive for one of the Fortune 500 companies offering global services and consultancy work. Currently, I am a consultant there for in the area of workforce management. And workforce management is an art and science of putting the right people at the right place at the right time doing the right thing. So if you are someone who is in the call center industry and center industry, or you are a people lead in your company and you're taking a look at how you can better improve the way you're strategizing your team, making sure that you have the right resources, making sure that your team are equipped for them to be mentally fit so that they can stay productive and efficient. That is what I help individuals with. And for most of my career, I've been in the industry for more than 14 years, and most of my career is in the leadership role. So that's one of the biggest learnings that I have. 14 years, most of them, more than a decade, I've been in the leadership role, leading teams and leading projects. In my personal life, I'm a family man. I've been married for 19 years, and my wife, you know her, she does coaching Think Talk every Monday at 4 p.m. as well. And she has her classes here as well at Life Coach Philippines. So if you want to know more about relationship, if you want to improve your relationship with your spouse, with your children, with your parents, with other people, she is the person that you can go to. Uh, we've been blessed to have two children. They are both teenagers. They are creators, and we're helping them towards being an entrepreneur. My daughter is 19 years old, and she's a animator and an entrepreneur right now. She didn't went to college anymore. What she did is decided to continuously develop her skill as an animator, and that is something that is helping her earn. Yeah, and she's earning already. And it's wonderful to be able to experience a moment that your child is buying food, and then she's including you on that the food orders. It's a wonderful feeling because that whatever happens to you, especially during these times of uncertainty, that your children will be able to survive and eventually thrive in the things that they do. My son is 16 years old, and he's on his way to becoming an influencer in the automotive industry, and it is something that we're helping them. And life coaching has allowed us to journey with them so that they can find what makes their life meaningful and fulfilling, and what makes, them to use their talent, their skills, all of these gifts that they have, to utilize it on the things that they do. And I am blessed to be in a family of creators and game changers. So that's what we're doing, to change the game for the family to get out of what is common and do the uncommon radical thing, so that they can make the necessary change for all of humanity and also for the future generations. I believe, for the parents out there, whatever you're doing today, that's no longer for you. Our parents and our grandparents already invested in planting the seed for us, and whatever we're reaping right now is what they're planting. What we need to start focusing our attention on is what are the seeds that we're planting for the future generations, because whatever we're doing to them, whatever we're saying to them, whatever we're doing to help them, is something that they will reap fruit in the future when they grow on, when they have their job, they become an adult, they have their families, and eventually they have their grandchildren in the future. If that's something that they plan, then that's gonna happen. All right. So moving on, thank you very much, Coach Nords. And of course, my better half is joining me, Coach Tin. Today, I'm going to talk about men and emotions. Coaching for Inspired Fidelity, I talk about everything about men. So if you are a woman out there, if you are a mom, a wife, you're watching me, you know, you are welcome to join. At least you have a deeper understanding of your husband, your partner, so that you can support them. I believe that the women out there, the partners out there, the wives out there are able supporters. You guys need to be able supporters, so you can support your husband, so your husband can, have the right thinking, feeling, and behaviors for the whole family to thrive, and of course to be able to help leave a legacy in this world. And this is a conversation in which I want to be able to share to you how emotions is affecting every man in this world, and how is it currently, you know, influencing the way that we're raising our children. Now, Barry Neil Kopman said that every time we allow someone to move us with anger, we teach them to be angry. You know, every time we get triggered, and we get angry, we also teach people how to be angry. And it's the same goes with our children. When you're raising your children, when they did something, maybe they dropped something, they broke something, then if you become angry with them, then that is what they are learning. Because, you as a parent, you as an individual, you will be and you are the first teacher and the educator of your children. For most often than not, our emotional state often, this is how, things come out, often dictates how we behave. So when we see that our children or other people are doing something that doesn't align to who we are and what we want, what we do, then there's a disruption in there. And as men, we are often been raised to be self-reliant, right? For those men out there, diba, you've been raised to be self-reliant. I was raised to be self-reliant, and I was raised to be a provider to the family and my loved ones. That after I graduated in college, the first thing that I did, of course, is to go take the board exam, but I didn't. I wasn't successful for two consecutive times. Then I decided, hey, I think this is not for me. I moved on and I found a job. And that is something that I constantly did. And for the past 14 years, I just focused my attention towards getting promoted every 2 to 3 years until I landed the directorship role. So this is the kind of mindset, this is the kind of, behavior and attitude and the mindset that we have, that was instilled to us by not just our father, but also our grandfathers, right? On the way that we see life. And during the times in which things are not doing well for us, because it's emotional draining, it's emotional taxing, things are not going out well, what men do commonly, and you might have observed this for those wives out there, is men tend to suppress our emotions. And during difficult times, this is what happens. And why do we do this then? Why do men suppress their own emotions? Well, it's not that we don't want to. I mean, we don't want to, but because of what the society expected from us to solve our own problems, and it's inappropriate for us to express ourselves, then we tend to suppress this. Now, men handle emotions quite differently from women. From for women, when you are upset, it's easier for you to express that. Directly. You can express it directly. You would either seek support with other friends and family members out there, and you would just have this conversation. For men, however, that's very different. We hide it. We withdraw from our emotions. We don't think about it, because the first thing that we would think about is, okay, how am I going to solve this problem, rather than stopping and appreciating the emotions that we're getting. And why are we like this then? Why is it? Why? I remember my wife asking me, why am I like that? Why? Well, this is because of how we are designed. You know, how we are designed by the culture. In reality, men are also emotional human beings. We are also able to express this emotion. We can cry. We are sad. Sometimes we're not okay, but of course, but the way that the stereotyping comes in, where you have a hero male, where this lack of emotion, this is what's being represented in the culture. And if you are someone, the man out there, if you are someone who have the feel or the need to always be fearful, always be resourceful, always be facing problems on your own, then that is what an ideal man would think and behave in a society in which it's struggling to find meaning. Because in all of the things that we're doing, eventually we're gonna be burnt out, because you're being taught to be a certain person, when the other, deep within you, you're not really that. You're also wanting to have the express these feelings, these emotions, but you're not able to do so because of this fear, because of this expectation that we need to be resourceful, this expectation that we need to solve problem. Now, there is power in the role of our parents. Now, you might ask, why are men like this? Well, really, it's because of the role models that we have. And this is being validated because of what we see in TV and social media. And the influences of our parents shape the way you and I think, feel, and act. Because parental care plays a crucial role in how we are currently living our life. If you are raised into who have a father, if you have a father who are emotionally distant, who rarely cry or rarely express their affection to their son, then it's most likely that when you grow up, you would be the same. The fathers are creating an unconscious template of the behavior that the children is creating and developing. And sorry for the noise. That is what is happening right now. Fathers are creating unconscious templates of what a son needs to be, what a daughter needs to be. And this is where, when I started being a father when I was 19 years old. And for most of my children growing up, I was absent. When I say absent, I was physically not there. And for all most of that, I was emotionally, I was mentally, spiritually, and emotionally not present. And when saw my son and my daughter growing up 3 years ago, I realized that I about 4 years ago now, I realized that I need to change. And that is when, life coaching came in, and I got certified, and I start making the necessary change in my life, because I realized that the work that I'm doing and the status that I have in there is not allowing my children to have a change in the way that I was raised. And that change, you know, when I finally made the decision, I tell you, that opened up a lot of doors of opportunities to enjoy the moment. Because for the fathers out there, I know the reason why you do what you do is because of their children. But the work that you do, you know, the business that you have, And all of the things that you're focusing right now is also ruining the family that you are trying to protect. So, what are the four basic emotions? Yeah. The four basic emotions I'm gonna share to you, because right now this world is in constant pursuit of happiness. This is what usually is accepted into this world, right? The four basic emotions are sadness, anger, happiness, and fear. Yeah. Those are the four basic emotions. And think about currently how you're feeling right now. Feeling sad, feeling fear, feeling angry. At times, most of these are not really welcome, and these things are bad. When you are angry, when you are sad, you are fear, people would tell you, hey, don't be fearful. Wag kang matakot. Or don't be sad. you know, or don't be angry. We tend to suppress all of this, but this is an automatic response to us because this is what makes us human. And everyone's of us feel these three emotion, like not just the happiness that you have. Happiness for me is temporary. I can be happy now, and later, if I drive outside and something happens, that's a moment that I will not be happy. Maybe someone cut me, right? These are the things that we need to start exploring. And emotions are like traffic light. It tells you when to stop, when to be cautious, and when to go. It's like the a vehicle cluster gauge where you see the speedometer, the RPM, if you have fuel, if you have oil, temperature, all of these different things. And it serves as a valuable purpose since these normal responses that we have, because it's either we experience threat or loss, and this gets activated. Sadness, fear, and anger. Now, for most men, we try to hide this as much as possible to the people around us, to the people that we love. And rather than expressing this, totally, for us to be able to have that meaningful conversation, we're not able to do so. We're not able to have that conversation that's powerful, that's allowing us to enjoy the relationship that we have. And, rather than expressing these emotions, what happens is we are finding ways to cope on our own. So think about the time, for men out there, think about the time in which you are trying to find ways to cope, trying ways for you to manage your anger, manage your fear, manage your sadness, and instead of sharing these emotions, you think of different ways for you to, forget these emotions, to cope with these emotions. So when was the last time that you experienced this kind of feelings? And how did you choose? Did you choose to express your emotions, or did you choose to isolate yourself in ways because you don't want to be judged, you don't want to be rejected by the way you're thinking and the way that you're feeling? So I'm going to share to you 5 ways men cope with negative emotions. And these are the things that I would like for you to take a look at on how you're currently doing it, especially if you are in an emotional state, because one of the challenges men has is our inability to verbalize our emotions. And we would rather remain quiet and have to brood. Brooding, uh, brooding is showing deep unhappiness of thought. At times you see your husband, you see your partner, one time they're happy, and the next they're just there, not doing anything, and they have this angry face, or they have this blank space. And this is where it's uncomfortable for men to be able to express themselves because they don't know how to express themselves. And this starts with the frustration that they have. It starts with the relationship, because they cannot express with their spouse. They get angry because the spouse doesn't understand. The wife would say, bakit ka galit, bakit ka ganito, bakit na puros bakit. So ang nangyari, nag-order na lang ng isang bucket ng beer at naglasing. So that's what happened. But men need have this need to express their needs, have this need to express their fears, have this need to express their grief to the people that they love. But they can't do that because of different reasons. And for us to be able to cope up with these negative emotions, well, first, we would withdraw. We would rather not have any conversation at all. We would not argue because we're already tired. We're so tired already of trying to explain ourselves, and not no one is really listening to us and listening to what we're not saying. Number three is working long hours. We would rather just stay in the work at work that we do, stay 10 hours, 12 hours, 14 hours. Because at the end of the day, hey, once office is done, when you have a conversation with your family members, people don't understand you anyway. You would just feel rejected. So, you know, you, men would just succumb their hours to do the work because they get value in there. At least they get noticed. At least they feel relevant. At least they feel important. Next is spending less time at home. Well, maybe you're someone who's still working, from the workplace, and you would tend to stay there because, you would rather withdraw and isolate yourself. Drinking alcohol or smoking, this is one of the things that we do as men to cope. During back in 10 years ago, what happens is I'm super stressed. I would just drink or smoke because that at least would be able to cope me up with the negative emotions that they have. That's temporary, but it's still able to help. And lastly, reckless behavior or violence. These are the things in which, men would make, as men would make or take certain decisions that eventually we would regret. We would have this feeling that I would have hoped that I didn't done that. But of course, because of the way that we are taught and the way that we don't know any better, we're not bad people. I believe that men are not people out there. For the wives out there, we're not bad people. It's just that that's the only way that we know of how we can cope. And if we're, the household is being created to be in a safe space for men to express. I tell you, for the woman out there, you can make that necessary change because you are able supporter of your husband. So how can we start making the change for men out there? How can you start making the change? How can you start getting out of this coping mechanism? Because I know, both of us know, that all of these things is not really allowing us to live a meaningful life. It's not fulfilling the things that's missing in there. It's just creating that void, and it gets bigger and bigger and bigger up until such time that we would say that maybe it's about time that I would just leave this world. So don't, help is available. I've experienced that time and again, and I'm still experiencing now. And the beautiful thing about it is, right now, I'm in a 1 year program with a coach, with Master Coach A, and I've been working on really finding out what is it that makes life meaningful. Because you and I know that whatever we want to achieve, we can achieve. But as we progress, uh, you know, as we progress in our career, as we progress in the relationship, we tend to ask if the things that we're putting in, the effort that we're putting in, is really filling the things that we want in life. And as most often than not, it does is not feeling it. It leads to dissatisfaction. So why do we need to start talking about our feelings and emotions? Well, first, this is coming from the Men's Line Org AU. When we don't start talking about our feelings and emotion, it isolates us from other people. And isolation is not good. Don't trust your mind. Have a coach with you. Have a conversation with a coach. That's a lot better because our mind can trick us sometimes, and we need to, keep ourselves grounded. When we are not expressing our feelings and emotions, we gain nothing and lose the available support from the people that who care for us. This is what happens, right? When we isolate ourselves, when we don't share our emotions, then we're not able to make that connection. Chronic tension in our body due to bad coping strategies also can lead to health issues if we are not expressing ourselves. These habits, emotional conflicts as well, can lead to difficult, can lead to be difficult because We're not able to express ourselves as our spouse, our children, our family members, our brother, our sister would become, irritated at us because we're not able to talk to them. And of course, it lacks the intimacy to resolve conflicts. Let me just fix that. Uh, there you go. That is connected in there. And also, it's psychological. Hold on. What happened? There you go. And also, psychological problems due which causes us insomnia, anxiety, and worse, depression. So these are the things that's happening for men out there who's not able to express. For you guys, this is where we're at right now. And I've gone through all of this. These five things. I've went through this, and it's not a great experience. It's not a great feeling where you're not able to express yourself. You're not able to share your deepest desire because you have your fear that people will judge you, people will reject you. I've experienced a moment in which I was sharing my emotions to my family members, and they automatically went into problem solving mode. And I was thinking that, hey, I just wanted to express all of these feelings to you so you understand where I am coming from. I don't need someone to help me find a solution. I know how to do things, but I need someone to listen to me, to make them feel that this is where I'm at right now and I need your support. I don't need you to, solve my problem. I need you to support me so that I know that as I journey along, someone is holding the rope with me. Now, whatever happens, I have something to hold to and I won't let go. So, what are the five strategies that you can start doing for you to start sharing and feeling better? Carl R. Rogers said that the curious paradox is that when I accept myself just as I am, then I can change. And what I help men out there is to start accepting who you are. Start accepting the bad things. Maybe you're someone who have, this pain with your father, and you've been trying for the longest time to heal this pain with your father, but you're not able to do it. That is something that I can help you with as well, so that you can start the healing process. Because when you start to heal, when you start to get to know yourself better, you start making the necessary change. And that change and eventually that transformation would lead you to finding that meaningful life that you would give. So, five strategies to get you to know your feelings better so that you can start thriving rather than surviving. Number one is be aware of the way your body is responding. There will be some instances in which your face would go red, maybe it would go warm, you may have some pain in your neck, your body. Take a look at that. Stop for a moment and appreciate all of these things that's happening in your body so that you can respond in a positive way. Number two is when you feel angry, stop. That is a strategy. Just stop and ask yourself, what triggered this emotion? What is triggering this emotion? What was the situation, the conversation, the words that was used for me to be activated with this feeling of anger? Because what we're trying to avoid is you moving towards into rage, in which you would shout, you would tell something, hurtful, or you might be physically, punching walls. So don't punch walls, huh? Three is start writing. Put in paper, put in words what you're feeling. Write it down, and you don't need to filter it. Just write down what is it that you're feeling right now, what is that emotions, so that you can start processing it. And when you hire a life coach would help you process that so that you can have a deeper understanding and you have a deeper insight of what's going on. And also take risk, show vulnerability little by little. Have an experiment, exercise this little by little. When you start to practice this, most of the skills that we have, we practice that, and eventually once you master it and you're more comfortable doing it. And lastly, raise your hand sorry raise your hand and raise your hand and seek support. Raise your hand and seek support. Ask for people to help you, ask for people to support you, ask for people to give you the emotional understanding, so you can move forward and then you can start healing. And maybe you're someone who in the stage right now in which probably thinking that, is this is this life worth living? Is there more in what I'm doing? Is there more in my achievements? If I achieve a goal, would it be the same, or would it be different? If you are in that state right now, and if you're thinking about it, I would like to invite you to the life coaching immersion class by Master Coach Jasmine. This is going to be happening on the February 21st, on a Monday, next Monday. And have a conversation with her. Have a deeper understanding of how life coaching will change the way you see your life, and change the way you see yourself, and change the way you see the results in your life. Because the more that you're able to understand and reflect on what's going on around you, the more that you're able to understand what's going on in you. Because that requires deep reflection. And the more that you're able to do that, the better it is for you to have that, feeling of fulfillment, that feeling of meaning, that feeling of purpose in the way that you're doing. So message coach Master Coach Jasmine, 0918-944-7841, or message us here at Life Coach Philippines. Enroll yourself. This is a free class. We're offering this as a community service. Have that equipping, have a change in mindset, have a shift in perspective. And I tell you, whatever you're looking for, if not answered there, it will be answered as you get certified as a life coach. Thank you for joining me. If you've learned something out of this, I would really encourage you to share this information, to share this insight to other people. If you get value out of this, if you have any questions, feel free to message us. We'd be happy to help and support you. And if you need support, just message us here at Life Coach Philippines at 0917-569-4200. Let us help you. Let us help you in your journey. Let us keep more men, you know, in here. Stay inspired and motivated. Because I believe that the men out there can change the future. But for us to change the future, we need to change ourselves first. As I end this conversation, let me invite you to be part of what we're doing as an organization of professional certified life coaches. If you are yet to be a smart holder of the Be Learning e-card and you're still missing on the perks that we are enjoying, today is the best time for you to take action. Please connect with Coach Rizal to 0917-586-1661 to join the Be Learning Society. It's a tent maker of the Be Learning homes for mental fitness. And what you're doing when you're supporting the Be Learning, you're supporting the passion project of Master Coach A and our heart. And this is where I see the value in it is for us to create a facility that would allow you to be in the space in which it's safe for you, that you can start the healing process. You can start finding what meaning of life is all about. And when you take advantage of this, of course, you will help us in building that facility. In a short term, you're able to enjoy a 5% food and beverage discount from the Cup Coffee Republic. On the long term, you get a benefit of the Mental Model Masterclass by Master Coach A, which is happening every fourth Saturday of the month. And you also get a 90-minute free coaching session with senior coaches from Life Coach Philippines to talk about the mental model that you've learned. And I want for you to save the date on February 26th at 7 p.m. for the men out there. Have a conversation. Join us here in the Practical Productivity Mental Model Masterclass. And finally, because at times, we're thinking about, okay, if I'm going to create time, where am I going to use that time? Because you know that the time that you've spent already, you can succeed. So what are the activities that I can put that in? If you need clarity in there, and this is where the the productivity will help you out find that, so that it's clear for you that whatever you're investing on, you would see the results that you want. It's not something that you've seen from other people and you try to chase that only to get disappointed in the future. So you can stop that. We can change that. So for more information and your registration assistance, connect with Coach Giselle, 0917-586-1661. And as I've shared a while ago, for individuals who intend to embark on the journey of becoming a certified life coach like me, and life coaching has changed my life for the better. It helped me become human every day. So if you want to become more human, if everyday life coaching will help you out. Master Coach A is now offering the Cool Actively Co-Create Life Coach Certification Program. This is a CPD accredited course with 40 CPD units. And CPD is all about learning new things and refreshing your knowledge by doing the things that which what makes the CACC Life Coaching Certification Program the perfect track for your continuing professional development. And life coaching is a 21st century learning experience that is empowering professionals to enhance their skills in multiple domains and thereby increasing their relevance in this increasingly complex workplace. What you will get out of this is you will get a 21-day web-based learning, a 3-day live coaching bootcamp with Master Coach A, and a 3-day live business bootcamp with with senior coaching team. And you will also get what you see in the screen in there. So it comes with a handful of bonuses. So please connect with Coach Rizal at 0917-586-1661 to discover opportunities waiting for you in this profession. All right. Thank you very much for joining me. Do join us again for another coaching conversations tomorrow with Uncaged Live with Coach Glacy at 4 a.m. and coaching for single living with Coach Mao at 2 p.m. and coaching for mental fitness with Coach Candy at 4 p.m. Thank you very much. Once again, this is Life Coach Shaun De Joya from Life Coach Philippines for Coaching Think Talk. Coaches like us think and talk like this, and this is us from the Philippines. Lab Bam Boom. Thank you everyone for joining. We'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.
As a business owner, are you overwhelmed by the need to post beautiful, engaging content every single day? Are you left wondering what to write? Tired of scrolling through stock photos that all start to look the same? Confused by complicated graphic design programs? Rise Up Creatives is here to help. Each month, we give you everything you need to create 31 days of social media content in just 5 minutes a day. Customizable captions, curated lifestyle photos, a drag-and-drop graphic design tool, and the ability to post directly to your social media accounts. No one else empowers you with these 4 resources all in one place. Each month, we help you plan your social media calendar by providing you with 31 image themes and customizable captions so you can quickly and easily create engaging content and grow your following. Simply select the image that works best for your feed or story. Then, copy the caption and customize it to fit your audience. 5 minutes a day. It's that quick. Plus, you'll absolutely love our drag-and-drop graphic design tool. Start from scratch or choose one of our beautiful templates to fit your unique brand. When you're ready to export your design, you can download, email, or post directly to your social media accounts. Here's the truth. Our world needs what you have to offer. Don't let technology or procrastination hold you back. Rise Up Creatives is more than an online resource. We're a community helping you overcome your biggest barriers to reach your greatest goals. We're here to help you rise up and be creative.